Law enforcement officers are all too eager to say, well, tell us about Mr. Williams. Is he involved in this? What do you know about him? That's the problem with this case. It's coming from the word of people who are getting deals to say, yeah, he was there, or I saw him around, or he gave the order, or I heard from someone else he gave the order. That's what this case is about. You're not going to hear any confession of Jeffrey Williams.
So every time there is a potential link to anything, his name comes up.
When you target a human being who's so well known, you make it so easy for the other person to say, oh, you mean I could be released from this location that I don't want to be? All I have to say is, I know something about Jeffrey Williams? That's pretty scary.
YouTube, what the deal is. And I think this is going to be the last video I do on Young Thug, man. Only way I'm going to do another video on Young Thug is if he get found not guilty. Straight up. But I don't really think that's what's going on. I kind of agree with the attorney. Not even kind of. I full-heartedly agree with the attorney. These plea bargains is wrong in the case. And it was just a 7th member that pled guilty. And I think he just put the nail in the coffin. I think he put the nail in the coffin. And there's some information about Atlanta and how their criminal justice system worked that I'm going to bring to light too. Because a lot of us, we hand these plea deals and these guys getting outrageous probation. I'm talking about 15 years, 5 years, 10 years. You know what I mean? But this last guy and what he said kind of took the cake. And y'all ain't gonna have to watch no more videos on Young Thug because I'm ready to stamp it. You feel me? This video I'm ready to give y'all should be the final video that anybody make on Young Thug. For real, man. Because it ain't really too much else that need to be said, man. A lot of these dudes, they looking goofy, man. They're actually making the city of Atlanta look bad, man. But, like I said, these plea bargains and these probation sentences that these guys is getting, it's common practice there. But check out what this dude got.
Defendant was told by another YSL associate that immediately after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., YSL associates met at the McDonald's on Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia to discuss the murder. Number 8, defendant personally knows that one or more YSL associates committed the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr. on behalf of YSL. Number 9, on January the 10th, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., defendant and other YSL associates gathered at the home of Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, who gave defendant and other YSL associates cash money to lay low. Number 10, defendant has personal knowledge that on January 10, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., YSL associates traveled to Miami, Florida with co-defendant and YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug. Number 11, defendant did not murder Donovan Thomas Jr. and was not a party to the crime.
The man copped out to 30 years of probation on a 15-year suspended sentence. Now, let me explain something to the people that don't know. When you got a suspended sentence, right? If you violate that probation, the judge can give you all or some of that sentence. So say you got 10 years all suspended by probation, 5 years probation. So once you do if you don't finish your 5-year probation, which most of the people don't, and I'm going to get to that, especially in Georgia. But if you don't finish your probation in that 5 years and you catch a new charge or just not listening to your PO and violate some type of way, catch a dirty yarn, the judge can give you all that time. Whether it's 10 years, 15 years, 30, whatever it is, whatever your backup time is, the judge can give you that day for day. You feel me? So that's how this probation stuff works. And in Georgia, that's what they do. They probation people to death in Georgia. I'm talking about 55% of the people arrested is in there on some type of probation shit. Like, so that's why when they taking these deals, and it's crazy to the rest of the world, especially for me coming from Baltimore, like we ain't even trying to take 10 years, 5 years probation. That's a stretch. Because it's basically putting me in the trick bag. the chances of you violating, of being on probation for 10 years, 15 years is very high. And a violation can be as little as driving on suspended license, a dirty on, like I already said, like minor crimes, minor hit and run, where you just hit a vehicle, nobody was seriously hurt, but something like that can send you to prison, and now you got to finish off the rest of your time. That's why I really don't understand why these guys are so quick to take these deals, because they basically hangman deals. Yeah, I'm going to give you this deal, but we coming on the back end. And I'm telling you how they going to do them. They're going to give these people the worst probation officer they got in their office. I'm telling you, they're going to be relentless on them every second of the day. Out of these 7 guys that already pled guilty and took these pleas, at least 3 of them is going to be back in prison before the year out of 2023. We going to see it. Because that's how it would go. That's what the numbers say. 1 and 3 going to come back. So you're dealing with 7 of them. Let's say 2, 2.5. You know what I mean? 2 and a maybe. It's going to be back to prison. And like I said, when I first started doing this Young Thug topic, I really didn't care a lot. Like, I just, all right, shit, everybody go to jail when you want to live in the streets. But this looked like a valiant effort, a deliberate, overt effort to do whatever they need to do to make sure Young Thug don't see the light of day. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Because the crimes is not matching the aggressive nature in the prosecution. It's not matching it. Man, maybe he did some things I don't know about. Maybe he was that much of a hardened criminal that they feel like they had to pursue him this way. But the charges don't line up with that. Now you got this guy is basically pleading guilty to hearsay. So he wasn't actually present during the murder of Nut. But he's saying that it was a statement he heard them talking about it. And that's not even admissible in court. That's hearsay. If you wasn't actually present, you can't go to court and testify and say, yeah, I heard him say that. Because all he got to do is deny it, whoever this person is. All they got to do is deny it. No, what you mean? I ain't never tell you nothing. If you don't got it on video, you ain't got it down in a written statement, I don't even see how they allowed that to be part of his plea. That's why I said in one of the last videos I did, like, this really a witch hunt. They don't really have a case. Well, they didn't before these plea bargains started coming out. They didn't have a case. The case was light. But now you got all these guys taking these pleas, and yes, they will be called to testify. They will be called to testify. Because one thing that people don't understand when it comes down to taking pleas and if they call you to court and testify, if you don't go to court and testify as to the facts that they said that you know, that you pled guilty to, they can now take your deal away and give you the max of whatever charge that you pled guilty to. So these guys are coming. If the state say they coming, they coming. And if they don't come, they're going to be sitting in prison for a very long time, because these RICO charges carry hefty sentences. But I just wanted to make this, and this is going to be my final video, man. My next video I'm ready to do going to be crazy. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. And I'm still pondering on the name change, man. I think I overexceeded the blogger boundaries. You know what I mean? I might just be Keep It G or Keep It G News. Let me know, man, my real supporters, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Should I stay Keep It G Blogger, Keep It G News, or just Keep It G? Straight up. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Support the real, man. I'm out.
Hey, Baltimore, Baltimore, bitch, I'm reppin' Baltimore. Young street nigga, dope boy, I come from Baltimore. Baltimore, Baltimore, young niggas be shining on them dirt bikes, we be wildin', sellin' scramble out the houses. About to hit the block, you know it's trapping time. Gotta watch what I say, cause they might tap the line.